Reefers? Welcome back to another episode of Zoa Tank Boys. In this episode, guess what? I got a new tank. Let's go. Alright, Reefers, so here we have the Reef Casa 12. Huge shout out to Reef Casa Frag Box for sending this out. Very, very impressive. Now, I do have an unboxing video, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. But before we get started, I got to let you know, this value that you're getting with this all-in-one is incredible. Here's why. For a lot of people, when they're getting in the hobby, one of the major concerns is the cost. How much does it cost? What do I need to get? Well, guess what, guys? All that is taken out of the picture because this whole setup is only $399. So before we even get started, this video is sponsored by Reef Casa. So they were so kind to send me this pack out and told me, give me an honest review. Right? Let me know what you think. And for $399, you really can't beat that, right? So you have a heater, sand, ammonia, bacteria, and here's the great thing, guys, everything is pre-measured. So you might be asking yourself, what if I don't know how to cycle a tank? Well, that's fine. You just dump this whole ammonia in there. Well, what if I don't know how much bacteria to put? Well, that's fine. You just grab and you put the bacteria. Comes with a light, something to measure your salt, floss. So super impressive. And it also comes with rock, which I don't have out here because I don't want to scratch my granite. But we're going to be setting up the scape, putting it together, adding water. I'm still going back and forth on if I really wanted to start cycling this tank from zero, or if I want to add already seeded bricks, which I do have in my display. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know, what should I put in here? Because I've thought about getting designer clowns. I do have Gomez and Morticia right now in the sump, loving the Black Widow. But do we want to see a Colorado Sunburst? Maybe with a pair of, I know I've always loved the Mocha Storms. Or do we want to continue with the corals, right? So I'm back and forth on what I want to do. Couple key things. If you notice, it's almost like a lagoon. Pretty shallow, right? It's a little wide. It's a different type of size. So we're going to call this the Kitchen Nano for now. But enough talking. Let me show you a little bit of the unboxing when it first came to my house so you can kind of see how it all looked. And then we're gonna get into really just putting the sand in here and kind of getting this puppy back to normal and getting it started. So let's go. So here we have the box as it was delivered to my house. On the front, you can see what's included. Filter floss, carbon, floss plate, pump, ammonia chloride, live bacteria to help you cycle the aquarium, prime conditioner. It did come with dry rock, the Reef Casa sand, salt hydrometer, a thermometer, lighting, and of course the aquarium and a heater. So literally everything that you need to get the aquarium started. And a nice little note, it was packaged with love by Tia. So it does come with foam on every single corner and it is nice and taped shut. No complaints about that. Now, as you're gonna see here shortly, there was a little mix-up, not a mix-up, but a little mishap on the box inside once we open it. However, no fault to their own. Overall, apart from the little mishap that you are going to see, it did come pretty well secured, timely delivery, and I can't wait to get this aquarium up and running. exploded for this time. As you guys can see, the salt did explode in the shipping box on the way to delivery. Once again, not their fault. Nothing was damaged and everything arrived as it should. Honestly, I already had a lot of salt water made, so it really wasn't a big deal, and I'm pretty sure they would have refunded you the money or probably sent you a new set of salt, a new bag of salt in the event this happened to you. But other than this, everything else is smooth sailings. Alright, reefers, so as you guys saw in the unboxing, I had to make my own salt water, which I did here. I'm filling it up. Aquascape looks good. I'm literally 25% of the way there, so I'm going to fill it up, and then I'm going to use the stuff it brings. But this should be relatively easy. It looks great, and I'm excited to kind of get this tank going, so let's keep filling it up. Alright, reefers, so at this point, it's full of water. Aquanite 2 is set. First, let's take a glance at the aquarium. It does come with some carbon, which I'm not going to use right now because I am going to be cycling the tank. So I want to take this tank A to Z. Funny enough, I do have some bio bricks that are ready to go. So in theory, I could add those in here and add fish tomorrow, right? But for the sake of the review and the process, I don't want to do that. So, filter back here, which is included. Heater, which is included. Return pump, which is included. Aquanite 2, which is included. We have some primer to detoxify ammonia in the event that you need it and removes chlorine, nitrite, detoxifies it for fish. Live bacteria and ammonia. Okay, so one of the questions that I had, which was answered, is how do you know how much of which to add, especially if you're new to the hobby? Here's the great thing, everything is pre-measured. And there's instructions in here. So you dump it in there, and you're good to go, okay? Which is the first thing that I'm gonna do. And I did have a leftover ammonia meter sitting around. Not sure if it works. You can see it's a little off-colored already. So we'll use it. If it doesn't work, then, I mean, I have other means to test. But I guess that would be my only feedback, because the aquarium looks fantastic. It's almost like a lagoon style 12-gallon aquarium. Great rock that's included. Love the rock. The sand's awesome. You can't beat the value, right? $3.99 for this. I mean, you really can't beat it. If you're looking at anything Innovative Marine, which is what I have in the living room, I mean, you're looking at a couple $100, unless you go with a 10-gallon, which is a traditional cube. So this is a little different because it's a lagoon style, right? You can easily house 2 clownfish in here, a shrimp, easily. Maybe, I mean, God, if you're going really tiny, a baby goby, maybe a baby 6-line, so you could put some fish in here. But for starters, let's do this. I'm gonna put the ammonia meter, which once again, this is not included. This is just my own thing that I'm gonna do just for measurement. All right, so right now, you can't see it because of the blues, but it looks like it's pretty good. So first thing we're gonna add, it says, this ammonia chloride is used for safe, easy, quick fishless cycling of your aquarium. Pour the entire content of the bottle into the area of high flow. All right, we can do that. We're gonna open it up, and you'll see a little bit of salt on it. So, because if you guys remember, the salt did spill. So, I'm gonna dump that in there. Let's give it a moment, see if we get a change in color, because if we do, we're good. If not, then I might have to go and pick up another ammonia meter. I don't know if I'm going crazy. It looks like it's changing colors, but we'll give that a minute. Okay, so the ammonia's in. Now we got the bacteria. So this is live bacteria in a bottle. It's used to cycle and set up new saltwater aquariums. Okay, great. So for those of you who are newer to the hobby, okay, what are we doing here? Well, we're seeding the tank with beneficial bacteria, or what you would call cycling the aquarium. You put the ammonia, the beneficial bacteria is going to process the ammonia. It's going to eat it, whatever you want to call it. It's going to take it from ammonia to nitrite, which is toxic, to nitrate. Okay? Once you have nitrate, you're pretty much good to go, right? So we're going to dump this in here. Again, you don't have to measure. It's already preset. Make sure we get all of it in there. And that's all that we're going to do. So a couple questions you guys might be asking, Manny, why didn't you use live sand? Well, I wanted to use the kit, right? So I wanted to go with the process that it comes in. I do know I'm going to go through the ugly cycle, right? The sand's going to get a little ugly. I understand that. But I'm still shocked at the value of this aquarium. Lighting, and I would argue that this lighting is pretty strong. I don't have it at 100%, and I'm sure if I did, I mean, I can't imagine you not being able to grow easy SPS like Monty's, Digis, and things like that. So everything looks great. So what's left is going to be the carbon, which I am going to wait to do, and the primer. Honestly, I might not even need primer once everything cycles through. So far, so good. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Again, big fan of this aquarium. The shipping that it came with, spot on. Gotta give some grace on the fact that the salt exploded, right? I mean, who would have thought that would have happened? But yeah, no complaints. All right, Reefers, so it's been roughly about 10 days since this aquarium has been set up. And as you can see, a couple changes. First of all, water super clear. A couple reasons for that. I have not added the carbon yet, and I do not have a filter on a filter clip. So this is actually right now a little, not as blue. Looks blue on the camera, but it's really like a little light purple, so it looks really cool. And a great shimmer. The floss in the back is doing great. As you can see back there, I did put a little media break that I had cooking. That break's about 2 years old. And I added another little filler rock in the bottom for multiple reasons. First reason is I had a negative spacer, which looked good, but I want space for coral. And secondly, that's also about 2 years old. So I know in the video I said I didn't want to add any extra media, but it just made sense to do that in this aquarium. So I don't know if you can see, but this aquarium is pretty much cycled. There's very little, if any, ammonia on here. Again, no clip on, so it is going to look a little blurry because of the lights, but if you see with the naked eye, that is ready to go. I'm not going to be adding any fish, probably for another week or two, just because I do have a busy schedule, but this tank is ready to go. Is it still going to go through the ugly phase? Probably. The sand might get a little ugly. I also do want to put a lid, because no matter what fish you put, in my opinion, all fish jump. So leave a comment, let me know what you think. Should Gomez and Morticia go in here? This tank is definitely big enough for them. But I'm loving it. I love the way it looks. Looks amazing. And this is the first part of the Kitchen Nano series. Love this aquarium because it's more like a nano. Honestly, it reminds me of my Innovative Marine 180-gallon tank that I have in my living room, just in a smaller version. So I'm gonna end the video here. Don't forget to check out that aquarium, Reef Casa. I will put the link in the description of the video. But this is the Reef Casa, the 12-gallon aquarium, all in one, comes ready to go, $3.99. Great value, and this is gonna be here to stay. I mean, it's a great aquarium. I might even consider just leaving the light because it looks super clean. Super clean, easy to set, does come with a timer. I am gonna do a par test on it because I'm curious to see how crazy it gets. But guys, you can't ask for a better build for a nano aquarium. Look how clean that looks. All right, Reefers, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Zoa Tank Boys. Till next time, Zoa Tank Boys out.